Greetings, light workers. It's that time again. It's Oya Transformation bringing you your daily oracle for May the 22nd, 2020. The cards have been shuffled, prayed upon. This Holy Spirit through me has been asked, as well as our ancestors, spirit guides, and ascended masters to assist in bringing forth only the highest, most healing energy for this day. So, what was pulled for the theme for today is the Queen of Heaven, blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Now, the Divine Empress of the Sky comes to tell us that we are able now to acknowledge our feminine authority. Now, this goes for men and women because the feminine authority asks that we remember mercy, compassion, and wisdom and bring them to our world. I think it was yesterday we talked about all the masculine energies that have been the reason why we have the world as it is. But compassion, nurturing, mercy, divine love is also the essence of our birthright. Be you man or woman, can you stand in that authority? So today you're being asked to do so. This oracle is confirmation to step forward in leadership. And not leadership in a boastful way. That would be more masculine. Not leadership in a competitive way. That would be more masculine. We're talking about stepping into leadership where allowing is a key place. Where alignment is the only way for healing. So we're being called to bring about an atmosphere in everything that we do today that comes from the divine feminine, that asks that we be compassionate, that we be allowing in our walk just for today. If it's too much for you, for a couple of hours, well, let's make it count. How about when your strings are pulled today, recognize that that's a hurt person crying for love, and you acknowledge that, but not giving them what on the physical they're asking for, a response of force in return for the force that they are putting out. So, with that said, we move on to the first card in the toolbox for today, and that is number 87, which is synchronicity. 87 reduces to a 15, 5 is a 6, which speaks to imagination, fantasy, and better yet, or you may need all of that so that you can come up with original ideas. So, synchronicity says you need to have faith in the universal order of events. Even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty, there is no such thing as an accident or a coincidence in this universe. And the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. So, the Spirit is always working for us and for our better good. And so, when you recognize things that trigger you, it's a reason to, a time to look in, to see how much of the work have you done and how much of the work do you still have to do based on your reactions to those triggering things. So, even when you can't logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. I have faith. I have faith that synchronicity will lead me to what is right for me. Okay, moving on to the next card that supports our stepping into our feminine power, that of compassion and wisdom and nurturing. And that is the 48 of pedestal. So what does that say to us? Each moment, every person, each equal in power, is a puzzle piece that has placement in the tapestry of life. Have I been giving my power to a belief that no longer serves my needs to grow energetically? Have my relationships become one-sided, unequal in their power dynamic? Have I placed a person on a pedestal in order not to fully walk into my own power? All good questions. When you place a person or a belief on a pedestal, there becomes a need for them or it to live up to your expectations. Because of the empath's intuitive nature, it can quickly become evident that that person or belief system on the pedestal is not up to the role. How often have we been in the presence of someone who we've looked up to and soon discover their knowledge is lacking or practiced a different belief that became disappointing because you sensed something was missing in its interpretation? We strive to experience each moment, belief in every person as an equal. The teacher quickly becomes the student when they are open to learn the higher aspects of any craft. So, that's saying to me I need to shy away from anybody who thinks they have the ultimate of answers to anything. Because what was said is the teacher quickly becomes the student if they are open. And that may mean the inverse was also possible. The student also becomes the teacher. And this is all when allowed. So what we are asked today is to step strongly into our allowing, because the feminine energy is not asking us to push back against anything. It's asking us to be wise, to be gentle, to be compassionate, and to allow. So, moving on to the final card of this reading from the Course in Miracles, and it is "By grace I live. By grace I am released." Spirit is in a state of grace forever. Your reality is only spirit. Therefore, you are in a state of grace forever. So, sounds like to me today, whatever comes at you in a strong way, deflect. Gently move to one side or the other and allow that energy to dissipate. Recognize that Spirit guides us all and that we all have equal power. So if we're pulling too much on one side, it would stand to reason that something would push us from the other. Don't put any ideas, ideals, or people on pedestals, because we are all doing the best we can with what we have. So, initiates, star seeds, light workers, we're being asked to allow and align with compassion. So, happy Friday. Hold your space for love. Namaste.